Test. So, after only a couple of years of thinking about whether I should try out coding, altering between, but I don't know maths, and I got no degree, here we are. March 2022, it's when I messaged an old friend of mine who's been studying programming throughout high school and was about to get a degree as a software engineer in England. So I bought this course on Udemy, which was actually pretty okay at first. It helped me start out, but after a couple of months and some breaks in my study because I was getting impatient and didn't find the material engaging, I left it be with this much completed. Not gonna lie, at the time I felt like I was drafting a bit and I thought seriously that maybe this is not for me. After telling my imaginary girlfriend about it, given as she herself was thinking of trying programming out, she found 2 possible online free courses for beginners that had a really good interviews, which were CS50 and the Odin project. We both started CS50 and oh my god, I cannot recommend this course enough. It is surely a difficult course, but I have never seen such commitment and engagement from a course and its staff to give blah blah blah. The best educational experience ever, yeah. It took me about 4 months to complete the entire course and about a month to create my final project. This website is in the honor of my imaginary girlfriend's cat, Puri. Now, why a website? Well, I already decided somehow, without giving it any thought really, that I wanted to go into web development. Therefore, immediately after finishing CS50 Introduction to Computer Science, I went into CS50 web programming with Python and JavaScript so I could learn more about my topic of choice. The quality of the course didn't drop. I finished it in about 2 months, while my final project for it took about 2 weeks, I believe. This website, where you can answer these big brain questions and it will suggest you a book or multiple books based on your answers. Link in the description. I love it. February 2023. After a little more than 6 months of studying, it was now the time to apply for jobs. So I prepared my cool CV and started spamming every platform for jobs that I could find. I received a few interviews, but it didn't work out. A lot of people were asking for them Java, for which I somehow have a great distaste at the moment. I remember one company in particular asked me to do a front-end exercise for them in Vue.js. It took about 3 or 4 days, and after it was ready, they just never came back to me. I messaged the HR lady a few times, asked what's the status, but she simply said that she was waiting for the front-end team to come back to her. I still got a shot, right? I actually finally managed to get my first job as a junior web dev. There was a problem though, as I had to finish things up with my old job, so I basically had 2 jobs for about 3 weeks. I make it sound much more glamorous than it is, like wow, look at me, how much I work, how much I achieve, but that's really not the case. Right now I have been working for a few months for a small web development company. It took a bit of time to get used with working on things somebody else wants to do, bigger projects, building up on code already built, the business side of things and so on. Still do not really know maths, but all in due course. My boss is a really cool dude. He's a mentor to me, and that's wonderful to have somebody like that at the start of your career, I suppose. I just wanted to end this video by saying that if you got something that you want to try out, something that you've been thinking about for some time, I do not know whether you are good enough for it, just go and do it. You will never really know until you try it for some time. Also make sure that you find the right resources for you, because I believe it happens quite often that people find bad teachers or bad resources, as there are a lot of them online. People try learning that way and fail because the so-called teachers from these courses are really not that good at teaching, but most would blame themselves, not a really stupid course. So make sure to find a suitable resource for you. Thank you for your attention.